viewers, and welcome once more to Totally Fucked Up Friday, where I prove to you that the world really is totally fucked up. And I'm going to start with the story that I know everyone will be expecting. The most outrageous abuse of freedom possible. Just the absolute suppression of free speech. America absolutely giving up its right to be called the land of the free. That's right, I'm talking about the decision of the Oklahoma City mayor to ban lingerie football from Oklahoma. That's right, if they're coming for the scantily clad women parading themselves for the ogling of sports mad men, who's next? It could be you or me. In fact, if there was any decency, if I ran around in lingerie, I would be arrested. But that's not the point. Maybe it is. Oh, yeah, and there was some stuff about Wikileaks too. So it now seems about the worst crime you can commit is to embarrass the US State Department. Yes, technically, everything Wikileaks released was illegally gained material, and so you could work hard, or maybe not that hard, to find them guilty under US law. But how damaging was it, actually? I mean, the Obama administration have been very restrained in their response, going, yeah, it's illegal, but, you know, really, get over it. And I don't know if that alone is what has prompted Republicans and the official mouthpiece of the Republican Party, Fox News, to go so batshit fucking insane and rush to say Wikileaks is an international terrorist organization. Seriously, do you want people to take the whole terrorism thing seriously? You can't fucking call everyone that pisses you off a terrorist. You fuckwits. And, oh look, I know I'm mean to conspiracy theorists because they deserve it, but it would be nice if the conservative nutbags in America could stop feeding the conspiracy theorists so much insane shit with these just heavy-handed authoritarian tactics. And one of the columnists working for Fox News actually called Wikileaks a threat to the global world order. I mean, at least they didn't say New World Order, but holy fuck, they may as well have. And look, because I get so much fun out of conspiracy theorists, to prove what a swell guy I am, a couple more free shots for the mildly paranoid among you, namely the Department of Homeland Security in the US taking down web domains. Now, Homeland Security, again, remember they were set up for terrorists? They're basically admitting, as TechDirt gave the headline, they're admitting they are the private police force of the big entertainment companies. They've been taking down internet domain names under copyright and trademark infringement allegations, and that's not the point. It was allegations, and they've said it. They said, oh, we got advice from the copyright holders that this was illegal. Not it went to court, not we investigated it, not a defense was put up and we won in court. No, the copyright holders said there was some copyright infringement going on through these sites, so they took down the entire domain. Remember those wacky old days when for law enforcement agencies to do anything, they did have to prove things in court? Stop living in the past, Grandpa! And if you're not paranoid, this one ought to make you that way. I would only run this one if it was from a pretty solid source. It's on the Wired News website. US law enforcement agencies have been shown to be doing real-time tracking of people through credit card use, store loyalty card use, and making travel reservation bookings online. Tracking people in real time. Oh, without warrants. Every time now someone says that, hey, Australia, you're big on censorship and shutting down on stuff on the internet, aren't you? We're fucking amateurs. Yes, Stephen Conroy's still one of my least favourite people in the world. I think he's a lying smarmy kid, but fucking hell, it doesn't hold a candle to this bullshit. Finally, in case you didn't know, extremely bad shit is happening in Mexico. They're in the middle of a full-scale drug war since about 4 years ago when the Mexican president deployed the army to try and bring drug cartels under control. There have been, by some estimates, over 30,000 deaths in that time frame. 30,000. In Melbourne, we got kind of excited when we had a couple of dozen murders over a 10-year period between our rival drug gangs. And it wouldn't be as bad if it was just the people in the drug gangs being killed. But it seems like every day there are reports of a mass killing or a mass grave being uncovered that involve dozens of people being killed. And yes, some of them are drug wars, but the majority are innocent people, particularly anyone with the audacity to stand up. It's been known for a long time that the Mexican police force is rife with corruption, which is why the army was deployed. But anyone who isn't corrupt, or probably even is corrupt, but can only be corrupt to one gang at a time, has been murdered, to the point where it's almost impossible to get anyone to be police chief in any of the cities. Now, it's got to the point where women are taking on the role because men are too scared to, including one city got an 18-year-old to take on the job. And just to prove they seriously have no soul whatsoever, the drug cartels have murdered the female chief of police in a town outside the city of Chihuahua. 38-year-old Hermia Garcia was gunned down, she was unarmed, had no bodyguard, and the gutless, scum-sucking fuckwads in the drug cartels murdered her. Clearly to say, we don't care if women take the job, we'll murder them too. Now, the point is, this is so fucked up. People can push almost any barrow to argue and try and cash in on this. And it really is. When people put their own personal, political sort of wheelbarrow into this, you know, you could argue that, well, obviously it's all the bad people that take drugs are at fault, because that's where the majority of Mexico's drugs are going, into the US. So anti-drug people in the US use it as their argument. Now, the drug gangs are being fueled by guns that come out of the US. So the anti-gun lobby in the US has been seen to try and capitalise on this to say, oh, we should get rid of all guns because it's going down there. And of course, the anti-Mexican people, particularly those who live along the border, have been using it to fuel their racist bullshit. And bizarrely enough, most of the really bad violence has been happening in towns just across the US border, with almost no spillover into the US, although there are reports that it's starting to become more of an issue. Here's the thing, people are very quick to point out, oh, this is the problem, or that's the problem, or they're at fault, or they're at fault, but nobody seems to be able to come up with a solution.